Ever feel like you're trying to time that Bitcoin market, but with like a clock that's stuck on fast forward?
I know what you mean. It's like trying to catch a wave that's already crashed.
Right. Well, good news. This deep dive is all about getting you in sync with those crypto cycles. We're cracking open Crypto Odyssey today.
Think of it as um, think of it as your cheat sheet to Bitcoin's heartbeat.
Love that. Because it's not just about buying low and selling high, right? It's about understanding the rhythm of the whole thing.
Absolutely. And Crypto Odyssey really lays down the law on those market cycles. It's almost like Bitcoin's price moves in a predictable, I don't know, almost like a
It's
dance.
like a dance. Okay, I like that. So you're saying if you know the steps.
You can predict the next move, yeah. Well, sort of. The book breaks these cycles down into four phases: accumulation, uptrend, distribution, and downtrend. And what's wild is it ties these.
Ever feel like you're trying to time that Bitcoin market, but with like a clock that's stuck on fast forward?
I know what you mean. It's like trying to catch a wave that's already crashed.
Right. Well, good news. This deep dive is all about getting you in sync with those crypto cycles. We're cracking open Crypto Odyssey today.
Think of it as um, think of it as your cheat sheet to Bitcoin's heartbeat.
Love that. Because it's not just about buying low and selling high, right? It's about understanding the rhythm of the whole thing.
Absolutely. And Crypto Odyssey really lays down the law on those market cycles. It's almost like Bitcoin's price moves in a predictable, I don't know, almost like a
It's
dance.
like a dance. Okay, I like that. So you're saying if you know the steps.
You can predict the next move, yeah. Well, sort of. The book breaks these cycles down into four phases: accumulation, uptrend, distribution, and downtrend. And what's wild is it ties these phases to like investor psychology.
Okay, get out of my head. So you're telling me, like, even if I know the cycle's going down, but everyone else is still feeling greedy.
That price can keep climbing. Yep. It's all about that collective sentiment, even influencing those shorter cycles within the bigger trends.
Okay, but those short cycles, those can make or break you.
They can, which is why understanding them can give you a serious edge. And that's what the book argues. It even analyzes those past peaks, like back in 2017, that crazy bull run, to show how those patterns, they repeat.
So you're saying history can help us predict the future of Bitcoin. All right, I need to hear more. Tell me more.
So Crypto Odyssey dives deep into all that historical data. And it shows that understanding these cycles, combined with like recognizing certain chart patterns, can help you identify those moments. It calls them tactical entry and exit
I was
points.
going to say this sounds like a tactical operation.
It kind of is. Think of them like, I don't know, signposts telling you when to get in, when to get out.
Signposts, I like that. So instead of just getting swept up in the hype, we need to be looking for those signs. What kind of signs? Spill the tea.
All right, so let's take the accumulation phase, for example. The book really emphasizes this part. It says, this is where those informed investors, the ones in the know, they're stacking sats while those prices are low.
They're like the people who shop the clearance rack before anyone else, right?
Yes, exactly. They're not after the latest fad. They're looking for that long-term value. Now, as that market starts to shift into the uptrend phase, well, that's when that fear of missing out, it kicks in.
Oh, the FOMO is real.
It is. Everyone wants a piece, and those prices, they start to climb. And that's where those tactical entry points become super crucial.
Because we've all been there, right? When that chart's up only and your portfolio is looking juicy, then bam.
Exactly. And that's why Crypto Odyssey really stresses the importance of discipline. There's a whole section about how those really successful traders, how they use these cycles.
Okay, but seriously, how do they do that? Are they just like reading this book every night? What's their secret?
Well, the book gets into their strategies, and surprisingly, a lot of it boils down to some pretty simple principles.
Hmm.
Risk management, discipline, and adaptability.
Risk management, discipline, adaptability. It's like the trader's version of, what is it? Like, eat your vegetables, don't do drugs, stay in school.
Right. Except with, a lot more Bitcoin on the line.
Way higher stakes. But okay, let's say you've mastered those like Zen trader principles. You're reading those charts, writing those cycles, you're feeling good. But what we call the hottest babies, was it? How do you know which ones are actually worth chasing?
Ah, yes. The allure of the new and shiny. The book definitely does not shy away from that. It dives right into strategies for how to, spot those short-term trends, the ones that can lead to those quick gains. But it's not all sunshine and roses. It also warns about, getting burned.
Right, because not every hottest baby is going to be the next Bitcoin.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Crypto Odyssey gives you the tools to navigate like a raging bull market, but it also teaches you how to spot a bull in a china shop.
Okay, that's a visual. So how do you tell those apart? How do you separate the potential gems from those like pump and dump disasters?
That's where it gets interesting. Crypto Odyssey really emphasizes blending, like blending that understanding of those cycles with really carefully analyzing the actual project itself.
So it's not enough to just ride that hype wave. You got to actually look under the hood.
Exactly. And the book gets into the technical analysis side of things for sure, but it really stresses looking at the technology, looking at the team. What are the actual real world uses for this thing?
So it's like dating, but with, digital assets. You don't just jump into a relationship based on a flashy profile picture.
Right. You want the whole package. And even then, you proceed with caution.
Solid advice. For love and crypto, it seems. But let's say you found a hottest baby. It ticks all the boxes. How do you actually ride that wave? How do you not get completely wiped out?
Discipline and strategy are key. Crypto Odyssey, it recommends, like actually setting your entry and exit points before you even buy.
Oh, interesting. So you're going in with a plan.
Yes. Decide how much you're willing to risk, what price are you going to buy at, and then, maybe even more important, at what price are you going to sell. And this is important even if it's going up.
Ah, so that FOMO, it can work both ways.
It totally can. You have to be willing to walk away from those potential profits to protect yourself from, from eating those potential losses.
Oof, yeah, nobody likes doing that.
Nobody. And that's why diversification is so key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially in this space.
Especially not in crypto. Okay, so we've talked about market trends, we talked about the psychology, even how to pick those like hot new altcoins. But there's this whole other, this whole other beast we haven't even really touched on. Regulation. Governments cracking down on crypto. The potential for bans. That's got to be a major concern for people, right?
It's a huge concern. And Crypto Odyssey does not shy away from that at all. There's a whole chapter dedicated to the impact of regulation.
Okay, so they're not sugarcoating it. What's it say?
Well, it looks at everything. It talks about outright bans, countries that are rolling out the red carpet for crypto businesses. It's,
Talk about a roller coaster. So how do you even begin to navigate all of that? Is it just like bury your Bitcoin in the backyard and hope for the best?
Well, burying your Bitcoin might be a little extreme, though. Crypto Odyssey does talk about the importance of securely storing your crypto. But beyond that, it highlights just how important it is to stay informed.
Informed about those regulations, I mean.
Exactly. And to diversify your exposure.
So you're not putting all your eggs in one geographically bound basket.
You got it. Think about projects that are based in, countries where the regulations are favorable, or even those decentralized exchanges, the ones that operate outside of that, that whole traditional financial system.
Okay, so it's like hedging your bets, but like on a global scale. Smart. But even if you've got, all those regulatory ducks in a row, doesn't it feel like crypto itself is moving at like warp speed? I mean, how do you even keep up with all the tech stuff?
It's definitely a lot, that's for sure.
It feels like every day there's a new algorithm or blockchain or like a new something or other,
Yeah, and that's where Crypto Odyssey takes this really fascinating turn. It starts looking beyond just, where things are now and starts exploring the future of crypto.
The future, huh? Well, hold on. Buckle up, everybody.
Specifically, the book dives into the whole intersection of crypto and artificial intelligence.
Okay, now we're talking. AI is everywhere these days, but how does it actually, play with crypto? Is it just about using algorithms to pick, winning trades or something?
It's so much bigger than that. We're talking about a whole new type of crypto project now that's baking AI into their actual functionality.
Mm-hmm.
The book calls them AI-related altcoins.
AI altcoins, all right, you've got my attention. So what can these things actually do?
So imagine this. Algorithms that are analyzing that market data, like in real time, spotting these like micro trends, these patterns, the stuff that we as humans, we would totally miss.
So they're seeing things that, like, our human brains just can't process.
They're working on a whole other level. We're talking about trading strategies that are evolving, like by the minute, adapting to whatever the market's doing.
It's like having a super-powered trading assistant, but a million times faster and smarter than any human could ever be.
And because they can just process insane amounts of data, they can manage risk way more effectively. But it's not even just trading.
Right.
Some projects are using AI to like beef up security for the whole crypto space.
Oh, wow. Okay, so is this like AI bodyguards for your crypto?
Basically, we're talking systems that can spot fraud before it even happens, finding those vulnerabilities in the code before they become a problem. It's about making the whole ecosystem stronger.
That's huge. But it gets even wilder, right?
Right. Some projects are going even further, using AI to build these whole new systems, like decentralized prediction markets, new ways to do digital identity, even AI applications that are running on the blockchain.
Okay, now you're just messing with me. This isn't like a sci-fi movie. This is real.
It sounds like sci-fi, but it's the future, and it's coming fast. Crypto Odyssey makes a really compelling case that these AI altcoins, they could be the next huge thing in crypto.
So we're not just chasing a quick buck here. It's about understanding the bigger picture of where all this tech is going. But let's be real for a second. For most people trying to wrap their heads around all of this, it's probably like, I don't know, like trying to read hieroglyphics.
I get it. It's definitely overwhelming. But Crypto Odyssey has some good advice for that too.
Lay it on me.
Forget the jargon for a second and just focus on the team behind the project. What have they done before? What problem are they trying to actually solve? And does their solution actually, make sense in the real world?
So it's like looking past the hype to the fundamentals, which is actually good advice for just about anything you're investing in, I guess.
100%. Bitcoin, that hot new meme coin, even some mind-bending AI project. Those principles of sound investing, they always apply. Do your research, know the risks, and never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Words to live by, my friends. Words to live by. So after all of that, this deep dive into Crypto Odyssey, what's the one thing you really want our listeners to walk away with?
Look, crypto is a wild ride. There's no getting around it. But it's a ride worth taking. And Crypto Odyssey gives you the knowledge and the tools to navigate it all. Knowledge is power. The more you learn, the better you understand the cycles, the trends, all of it, the better equipped you'll be to not just survive in this space, but to actually thrive.
So it's like the book is a treasure map, but the real treasure, that's the knowledge you get along the way.
Well said.
Well, there you have it, folks. If you are ready to level up your crypto game, maybe even get a glimpse into the future, Crypto Odyssey is worth checking out. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Remember, the best is yet to come.